reading a story called Tangled. When the neighborhood shapes go climbing on the park jungle gym, the last thing they expect is a tangle. Before long, all the shapes are trapped. Who will save them? One spherical shape can set the others free. Can you guess which one it is? One day, a little circle, just as happy as could be, got caught inside a jungle gym and couldn't wiggle free. Her friend, a tiny triangle, tried hard to get her out. He tugged, but he got stuck as well, and they both began to shout. A square came on the double, climbing in to help them flee. He pushed and pulled and twisted, but he couldn't set them free. A rectangle ran over, and he offered them a hand. He tumbled towards the jungle gym and landed in the sand. A slim ellipse who saw them was the next to shimmy through, but when he tried to get them out, he got entangled too. A cone directed traffic, and the points began to flock. The stars all congregated, and the cubes went around the block. The Pentagon parade arrived and did their very best, but every single one of them was captured with the rest. A trapezoid photographer took pictures of the scene. A parallelogram felt sick and turned a little green. What a horror, what a mess. The shapes could not untwine. Then, rushing to the rescue, came a straight and narrow line. She looked at every space and every curve and every angle. She had a clever plan that would undo the messy mangle. She pleaded with the other shapes for them to volunteer. Out stepped a perfect prism and a solid-looking sphere. The plan was made. The sphere would jump upon the count of 3, and the polygons who heard the scheme applauded with glee. Everybody held their breath. The sphere rolled up and hopped. The prism and the line held tight, and out the circle popped. Their lever worked a miracle, and all the shapes were saved. What a clever little line, the tetrahedron raved. And the line convinced the jungle gym to make her spaces wider, so the little shapes would not get trapped or tangled up inside her. The circle's playing happily with her untangled friends. This geometric tale's unwound, and now the story ends. And here are all of our shapes that we met in our story. We have a circle, triangle, square, star, rectangle, ellipse, cone, points, trapezoid, parallelogram, pentagon, line, prism, sphere, polygon, cube, and a tetrahedron. So now for this activity that I'm going to share is something that you can do at home with just stuff that you can find around your house in order to practice the shapes that we saw in the story. Here I have an old piece of cardboard that I found in the recycling, and you can use this to help your child practice those shapes that we learned in the story. So I'm just going to cut this into a square to make it a little easier. Here I have a 5x5 homemade board that we can punch the holes out. So each one of these dots you're going to punch through using a sharp pencil or something in order to make these holes wide enough to weave in some string. So I just use my scissors in order to cut out these holes, make them big enough in order for your child to be able to weave the string in and out of the holes without it being too tricky. The last thing that you're going to want to do is take a piece of string or yarn and make a knot at the end that is big enough so it doesn't go through the little board. And then you want to take either a Post-it note or a piece of cardstock paper, and I just have this one and I taped it to the edge of the string, and now I'm just gonna kind of make it as like the end of a shoelace. And now you have your string, so you can just take one end of it. I'm just gonna put it through the back side of the board so the knot is on the back of it. And now you are ready to make your shapes. So you would take any shape, or if you want to practice, we're going to do a square. So you show a picture of a square, and then your child can just weave in and out of the board.